Doesn't matter where you came from. What matters is where you're going. You can do anything. The moment your belief matches with any state you fuse with it, you become one with it. This union results in the activation and projection of its plots and plans and conditions and circumstances. When you believe, everything in your world starts to change. Your perception shifts. Everything around you changes. You're seeing different people. You're mixing with different people. You're going different places, doing different things. Some of you have seen so much change, it's mind-boggling. And you've seen nothing relative to what you're going to see. That's the way it works. See, this new state of conscious awareness becomes your home, from which you view the world. This is your workshop. Yet if you're observing, you will see your outer reality shaping itself upon the model of your imagination. It's all scientific. It can be explained right down to the smallest detail. We've got so much going for us, and yet we don't really understand it. But look at Steve Jobs says you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. Isn't that interesting? You don't know how you're going to get there, but you know you're going to get there. You don't know how you're going to get to the next level, but you know you're going to get there. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. I had the good fortune of working with Edmund Hillary on 3 or 4 occasions. He's gone now, God bless him. But the only difference in Ed Hillary and myself is his size. He was a big guy. He was a beekeeper from Auckland. He was the first guy to stand on top of the world. He went there in 51 and he failed. He went back in 1952 against all the relatives and the neighbors thought he was going out of his mind because everybody had died that had gone up there. He failed again in 52. But in 1953, he and Tenzing Norgay stood right top of the world. He knew he could get there because he could see it in here. And if you can see it in here, you can hold it out here. That's just the way it works. Don't be afraid of shooting too high. Most people are shooting too low. Now, nothing is big or small except your thinking makes it so. Everything just is. Your spiritual being is perfect. It requires no modification, no improvement. You're a spiritual being living in a physical body. You've been gifted with an intellect. And it's the intellect that'll dictate your emotional state, and that's going to control where you're going. And if you've got a problem there, it's your intellect, it's the thoughts that you're thinking that is messing things up. And that's what we want to change. And we're quite capable of changing it. All we have to do is gain an understanding. The highest side of our personality is the spiritual side of us. That's the part nobody can see. The lower side is the physical, and then we have the intellect. Fantasy is what you want. That's where you start. Build a fantasy in your mind of yourself already at the level you want to be at. You take the fantasy and you turn it into a theory in your consciousness. And before you can turn that theory into a goal, you have to ask 2 questions. Am I able and am I willing? And when the answer to that is, yes, I'm able, I've got infinite power, and yes, I'm willing to do whatever is required, then I've turned that theory into a goal, got emotionally involved, and instantly that goal begins to move into physical form. And you turn the goal then into a fact. Now that is how this company has come together. When you get it together, then you're in the position to build bigger and better fantasies. That's a creative process. Now, all of us can be involved in this, and I think the more we study, the more we're going to do it. And this is where von Braun said, the only thing you need is the will to do it. You have the will, and you can go anywhere, you can accomplish anything. Now, there's a problem here, and I'm going to explain something that I learned a long time ago. It's called a terror barrier. When you go to do something, it's scary because you're going where you've never been. Joseph Campbell said something I think that's so good. He said, the cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Now think about that. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. If you've got a goal, you just want to go crashing right through the terror barrier. And as you go through it, you'll still experience the fear. There's a power flowing into your consciousness. You can stay in ignorance or you can develop knowledge. When that power flows into your consciousness, you can think anything you want. Absolutely anything you want. You have the freedom of thought. Yet, generally, we will look at what we've got, and because we don't know how we're going to get the money to get there or get the people to do this, we start to doubt and worry. The anxiety is not expressed, it's suppressed. We bottle it up inside. The suppression turns to depression, the depression turns to disease, and the disease to disintegration. That's why St. Clair Lewis said we don't die, we kill ourselves. Now that's the way most people are living. And it's sad they don't have to do that. Faith based on understanding is the key to freedom.